Man, pop in here, man. Miller did dang old video, man. Hey, what's up, brothers? I hope everybody's doing well out there. I wanted to pop in here today and give you guys the most simple piece of dating advice I could ever possibly give you. And the reason why I want to give this to you is because dating women, whether you're actually dating or just, hooking up and trying to get laid or you're trying to get a serious girlfriend, the whole process is very simple. Very, very simple. And I've been watching a lot of the manosphere. I don't typically watch other people. I'll watch some of the older guys, but I don't really watch the new, younger content creators. And I've been watching some of these new guys, and these guys are trying to make the dating game very complex. Like, these guys are literally selling freaking whole entire systems, selling hundreds or even thousands of dollars, selling it for high price like that. And it's a fucking system. Guys, dating is not a system. Dating advice is not a system. Hooking up, having sex, it's not a system. It's very, very simple. You have a man, you have a woman, they have fun together, they have sex, they enjoy themselves, maybe they have a long-term relationship. It's human nature. It's not supposed to be complex. But I see all these smoke and mirrors in the manosphere, dudes with dry erase boards writing like 500 to 1,000 words on there. All that, come on, man. It's not that serious. In this video, I want to give you 2 simple steps that will get literally any man results. I say any man, sure, there's some guys that might not work for, but if these 2 pieces of advice don't work for you, I don't think anything will. And I definitely don't think you should waste your money on some fucking program. That's for sure. So are you ready for these 2 simple pieces of advice? Here it is. Number 1, work out. And number 2, stop giving a fuck. Now let me go in depth of why these 2 things are going to work for 99% of guys out there. And if they don't work, nothing probably will. Sure, there's some black-pilled guys out there that say there's no gym for your face. Okay, if you're one of those guys who is so hideously unattractive from the neck up that nothing can save you, then, I apologize, but it's not my responsibility, nor is it anybody's responsibility to, to help you or to make fun of you or whatever. If you're one of those guys, I'm sorry. But we got to move past that. We got to move past the looksism. If you're one of the guys that is past the threshold and you're the other 99%, it'll work for you. Now, working out is, there's multiple layers to this. Obviously, when you work out, you put on muscle. It makes you more physically attractive. Everybody knows that. And sure, there's some guys out there that are going to say, well, muscle isn't as important as money and status. Well, if you were to ask a woman why she fucked you, would you rather her say she fucked you because you had a nice body and she thought you were hot? Or would you rather say she fucked you because she thought you had money and status and she thought she could get something out of you? Like, be honest. Seriously. But anyways, moving past the looks part of the muscle, because muscle is sex appeal. It's a form of sex appeal. That's non-negotiable. That's just a fact. But there's a psychological aspect here too. A massive psychological aspect. So when you work out, and you'll learn this if you watch Pump and Iron, Arnold Schwarzenegger's documentary, when he says in that documentary, they ask him why he likes to lift weights so much. And he says, because he says, I'm sitting here in this interview and I'm coming. It's like I'm having sex and coming, because he's got the pump in his muscles all the time. The biceps are full, full of blood. It's all pumped into them. It just feels good. And you got these endorphins, the serotonin, the dopamine just flowing through your body. The testosterone is up. And you just feel good all the time. Like you're feeling yourself to a point where you are cocky. Right? You're confident, you're feeling yourself, you don't have a care in the world. People take drugs and alcohol to boost their confidence around women. Women do it, men do it to boost their confidence. They go to nightclubs and they do these things that makes them more comfortable dancing, more comfortable talking to the opposite sex, more comfortable hooking up with strangers, whatever it may be. But when you work out, you get that same high, that same euphoria, but in a healthy way. Without having to drug yourself. So you literally get that confidence boost. And get this, how much of game, like your game with the ladies, how much of your game do you think is the way you talk, the way you put your words together, the way you move around? And how much of it do you think is the way you feel about yourself? And I'm dead serious. If you're feeling yourself, if you feel really good about yourself, that's the internal part. The external stuff doesn't matter. When's the last time you saw a guy that is confident with himself, that feels good about himself, crying over a woman rejecting him, crying over a woman flaking on him? It doesn't happen. When he feels good with himself, he has that confidence. It doesn't matter what the external issue is. A woman rejecting him, he doesn't need that validation. He's already validated. He's self-validated 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So when he approaches a woman and asks her out, if she says no, he doesn't care. He literally does not give a fuck. And on top of that, man, when is the last time you saw a buff dude get his girlfriend taken away by a non-buff dude? Like, and maybe it's happened before, but show me where. It's not something that you see on a regular basis. A guy that works out and takes care of himself, he's physically imposing, he probably has his shit together, he's motivated, he has all these traits that women are going to be attracted to. And a big reason why he developed these traits was simply because he started working out. It gave him discipline, it gave him strength, it gave him confidence, made him more physically attractive, and it just all worked out for him. And again, the second thing, which is stop giving a fuck. It's very easy to stop giving a fuck when you're working out. Why? Because, again, the internal is where you need it to be, right? You're already extremely confident. So not giving a fuck is like a byproduct of working out. So it's going to happen regardless. But the reason why this part is very important is because, again, you can't choose if a woman loves you or not. You can partially choose if a woman wants to fuck you or not because, obviously the way you look, the way you move, shit like that, it's going to have an impact. But you can choose whether you fucking care. 100%. That is 100% in your control. And again, when you're feeling good about yourself and your confidence is high, you've got the ball rolling, you don't need that validation from a woman. And that's the biggest thing. Like, that's the best form of game that any man can have. And that is feeling good about yourself. How much of game do you think is confidence? I'm talking real confidence. Real confidence to say whatever you want, do whatever you want, express your feelings however you want, and accept the outcome. Why? Because no matter what she says or what she does, you're still feeling good about yourself. What more could you possibly ask for? Like, is there anything more you could ask for? Would you rather follow some long, drawn-out, extreme, complex system that teaches you how to maintain frame, how to be a leader, how to, what do these guys even say? I don't know. The cycle of complex making women fall in love. I don't fucking know. I mean, you've seen these guys in the manosphere with these, I'm talking dry erase boards, 500 words on it, systems they're selling for $500 to $1,000, only making things much more difficult than they need to be, right? Dating, hooking up, it is a man and a woman. They're attracted to each other. They let things happen. Sometimes both of them develop emotional connections. You start a relationship. Sometimes it's just lust. Maybe you both want to hook up with each other. Maybe one of you wants a relationship. The other just wants to hook up. That's when heartbreaks and shit happen. But, it's very natural. It's just human nature. And there's no point in overcomplicating it. So again, the 2 steps that will get any man results, and even if it doesn't get you a lot of results with women, it still gets you results, damn it, because it makes you feel good about yourself. And that means more than anything. that you'll get in the dating game. And that's about it for today, guys. Until next time, see ya.